Hey, Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. Construct, renovate, restore. It's Michaelis. Joining us on the program, as he does many weeks, is Richard Michaelis. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Dick, Denny. How you guys doing?
Everybody's doing well. We're having a good time out here at Tuttle's. There's a lot to do. Everybody scatters, and some of them are in the farm store, some are eating, all kinds of stuff going on. And it's great that we're enjoying this fine weekend, but people down in Houston are digging themselves out of a mess. And Richard, you work so closely with insurance companies every day. That's what you do. What do you see? I mean, do homeowners, can they have done something different to protect themselves more? And how do you work with companies?
Well, Pat, I'm not an insurance agent, but I don't understand how somebody can be at risk for not having some type of a policy to cover them, when a storm like this hits. And I think I understand that if you're not in a floodplain, you're not eligible for the federal FEMA flood insurance. However, there ought to be some type of an all perils risk policy out there to protect folks, even if it's just an elective policy where they can say, okay, I don't want earthquake, I don't want flood, I don't want this coverage, but at least something that's available. And I don't know if it is or is not available. However, I know there's a lot of people in the Houston area that are in trouble because they don't have this coverage for flood insurance.
So what do you think that leaves them with, getting just a low-interest loan and then get...
My guess is, they'll be eligible for some type of a federal FEMA low-interest loan. However,
that can bankrupt a lot of people.
Oh my gosh, it's like starting all over. Having two mortgages. Is it the best situation out there? No. Is it some relief? Yes, but it's just a horrible situation, and I wouldn't want to put my family in that position. So I don't know what the answer is, but I just can't imagine that there's not something out there to help these kind of situations, even if it's it's an elective policy where you can decline it and say, no, we don't think we're going to have a flood, or we don't think we're going to have an earthquake in Indiana or whatever, but at least have that coverage available. So if this does happen, you're not in this position that a lot of folks in Houston and the Texas and maybe Louisiana area are. And Katrina was kind of the same way.
Yeah, I know that it's got a lot of people looking at their policies and starting to wondering what if. So it's I guess it's always good to maybe do a little review with your agent and stuff, because I know you guys work with them all the time, and
we do.
You know the ins and outs. So, Richard, thanks for spending a little time with us. We do appreciate it. I know you guys have been busy, maybe a little time to catch your breath here with some dry weather that we've had. So
right.
But if people find if you had some flooding earlier in the summer and now you're wondering, man, maybe I should have had an expert look at that, Michaelis is there for you 24/7, 365. The number 844-FIX-INDY. That's 844-FIX-INDY, the Michaelis Corporation. Construct, renovate, restore.